Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it wonderful, making it a wonderful one. Yeah, we got some crazy news that just dropped a little bit ago. We got to talk about this. This is crazy news. I got to be honest. Hopefully, this closes. It starts to close the book on this whole situation, on this whole AHJD thing, because, just like everybody else, there are other things to talk about in the world. But this just popped off, and I figured, you know what, let me jump on really quick, chop it up with you guys about this particular story. And I got another story as well, catching up or giving you an update revolving around the Uvalde shooting and the footage that we saw. We're now seeing that there's finally some movement going on in Uvalde. We are going to be talking about that in a little bit for a very short moment, because this is a short show, but I wanted to hop on and talk to you guys about this main thing. It just dropped just a little bit ago. And could this be the end? That is the question. Could this be finally the end of this saga? That is the question that I have for everybody. Okay, this is brand spanking new. Damn, this ain't even an hour old, y'all. This is still hot and fresh out the kitchen. Okay, it's still simmering. You know what I mean? You know how you go to the restaurant, they say, hey, just don't touch that plate. It's still hot. It's that hot. This information's that hot. So file on in, get in here. We got to talk about this. This is crazy. I'm hoping this is the end. The end of the road. You know what I mean? The end of the road. At least on this part. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to move the F on. Okay? Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. It looks like everything's good. Let me make sure here. You know what? Good call. Good call, everybody. Good looking out. Whoever fixed that, whoever said that, shout out to you guys. Aaron, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I just fixed it. Give me a number 1 in the chat to make sure that it's working right now. Okay? Dag nabbit. Anyway, sorry too late, but hey, like I said, we already started the show, but I'm glad that the mic is fixed. Thank you so much, Aaron, Olivia, for the $10 super chat, and I appreciate you giving me the shout out or to let me know that it's going, that everything's back to normal now. So, it's crazy. But I'm going to start from the beginning again. Good afternoon. Good evening and good morning to every single last one of y'all. I am so happy you guys are filing in and jumping in with me about this, because let's keep it real. This is breaking news. Like I said, it is still fresh. Okay? It's very, very fresh, exciting. I don't know if you remember that song. That's an old ass. That's a deep cut. Okay? All right. So, we got some things to talk about. We got to jump into this thing. Man, this could very well be the end of the road, and I'm hoping for it. I'm here for it because I'm ready to wrap this up. I've been ready to wrap this story up, but hey, it is what it is. We got to jump into it, so please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your damn name. All right? Send it past 200 likes really quick, because I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. And if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch, do your thing. Or if you're watching on Twitter, hit that like button and follow me on Twitter too, y'all. Follow me on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. And I'm starting to use TikTok a lot more and putting out different stories out on TikTok. So please do me a favor and follow me on TikTok as well, The Pascal Show there as well. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, right here on the YouTube channel. You know your boy's out here working hard out here in these streets to give you the information and the stories that you need for the day. Okay, so we got to jump into this, y'all. Woo! We got some news. We got some big news. We have been waiting for some sort of decision, right? We have heard about Elaine and Team AH going after everything under the sun, trying to find any excuse to get the judge to throw out the verdict so that they can do another trial. Okay? We already know that AH and Elaine and the rest of her minions did a terrible job. Their performance was weak sauce, all right? Was garbage water, or as I've been hearing from my nieces and nephews, it was dog water, okay? And so, of course, when they went back into their cave to lick their wounds, they sat there and they said, you know what? We got to do whatever we can. We got to do whatever we can to see if we can flip this around, because this is just bad. This is a bad look for us. This is a bad look for AH. But of course, she don't want to fork over that $10+ million. She doesn't want to do that. So of course she's going to turn to her team and say, hell no, over my dead body am I spending one red cent towards that man. So do whatever you can, Esquires. Go through all the fine print and see what you can do. See what you can do for us with the quickness. Now, they found something. Kind of a nothing burger. But they said, hey, we found a juror number 15 to be exact, to be much younger than what he said his age actually was on paper. On paper, he wrote something along the lines of, oh, I was born in 1940 something. So if he was in the 40s, he'd be in his 70s. But clearly this man is in his 50s, so on and so forth. So they try to pull that out. But of course, Team Depp said, hey, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because here, let's keep it real. You had opportunities, okay? You had opportunities to question every single juror during jury selection. And you didn't do as such. If you were not looking and reading the fine print, that is on you, sweetheart. Or Team AH, that's not on us, and that's not on the court. So now we have some new information. And here it is. Blammo. Exclusive. Judge denies all Amber Heard's post-trial motions to have verdict of her defamation trial against JD thrown out, and the case retired after the actress claimed a juror, and the case retried after the actress said that a juror was illegitimate. I mean, there was a moment there she was literally saying that, oh, no. The juror was an imposter. He was paid to be there. I mean, I'm sure they pulled out everything under the sun, every excuse under the sun to make it seem like whatever they got to make it seem like their motion to get everything thrown out, and so that they can retry everything again. That's what they did. They tried to find everything they could to make this be a viable thing. Now, let's get into this really quick. We got some bullets. We're not going to get into the whole article here, okay? We're just going to get into the bullets, all right? But court documents obtained by the Daily Mail, which is the article I'm looking at right now, which we are going to look at some of the article, some of the court documents here very shortly, show that Judge Penny denied Heard's motion to have the verdict thrown out. Now, let me just say this. Well, let me read this last part, okay? This next bullet, and then I'm going to put in my 2 cents here. Lawyers representing Heard filed the motion earlier this month on the grounds that the verdict that she defamed Depp were not supported by evidence. Now, here's the thing. You got a judge that's looking at this information. This is the same judge, mind you. Same judge, y'all, that was in the courtroom looking at this crazy circus between JD and AH. They sat there. She saw everything with her own 2 eyes. She saw Johnny Depp's testimony and his performance. And then she saw AH's performance. And wherever side you look at it, she at least watched them both. Then a jury went into a room to deliberate for days, came out with a decision saying Amber Heard did defame Johnny Depp and she should pay him an upwards of $10+ million, which, of course, we're going to talk about here shortly. Do you think that the judge, after going through this, this circus, painfully, just extremely painful trial, do you honestly think that she wants to do this again? I say, hell no. She don't want to do not one thing. She wants it to be done, nipped in the bud. Bye-bye. Okay? Bye. Just be done with it. And the jury selection, the jury situation is absolute trash. And of course, this judge saw right through this BS as well. To think that they would go back and sit through another 6 weeks of this trash again is beyond me. And I'm sure the judge was thinking the exact same thing. Okay. And also, it's almost as if the Team AH, Elaine, all of them are busy trying to insult the intelligence of not only just the jury, but also the judge as well. And everybody else who's sat there and watched it with our own two eyes all over the world, y'all. All over the world. Like I see Ty Israel saying, hello, Ireland. I'm assuming he's saying I'm in Ireland, but maybe I'm wrong. But at the same time, imagine people all over the world watch this testimony, watch this entire trial, and you're telling me that you're going to retry this because somebody was younger than what they said on paper. I just think it's absolute trash. Okay, just absolute trash. Anyway, let's move on to the rest of this. Like I said, whole world watched this. So you're saying we're all dumb? Nah, we ain't dumb because we saw through all this mess. Real talk, we saw through all of this stuff. Okay. I mentally hit that. Yeah, Lauren S., I feel you. You know what I mean? Right when I said it out loud, now I got the whole song in my head, I'm doing this tonight. You know what I mean? I got the whole thing in my head. But moving on. All right. Let's get back into the bullets here. They also alleged that a juror had not been properly vetted and questioned whether that juror was even supposed to be allowed on the jury. Now, we already talked about this at great lengths. We talked about this with Christopher Melcher as well. Sorry, I haven't talked all day, so I'm stumbling over words today. So grace me with some understanding and patience today. But we even had Christopher Melcher with us talking about this. Okay, our Esquire. Okay, or one of our many Esquires that grace us with their presence on this show. And they're all sitting there going, and he was sitting there saying, no, they would have gone through all whatever they needed to do to make sure that any of the jury, even if that person faked their way in there and sat down during jury selection, was properly picked. They were combed through. They were asked questions. Each and every single individual was asked questions. And then both sides, Team AH and Team JD, sat there and decided what jurors they wanted in there or not. To me, it doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter if it was a glitch or in a human error by writing 4 instead of 7, or make the 4 look like or the 7 look like a 4. I mean, there's so many different possibilities. Okay, so many different possibilities. But it's ridiculous for them to sit there and go, oh, no, it was because of juror 7. Or it was because of juror 15. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And for a fact the judge saw this and said, nah, I am not with this. That is BS, and we're not going to sit here and take it. We're not going to retry over this and all the other things. Like they said that their evidence was not put out there, that it was not supported by evidence, so on and so forth. You had a full 6-week trial. Where was the evidence? Why wasn't the evidence pulled out? and shown for everyone to see. So you can't sit here and tell me that, hey, oh, because of our laziness, for our lack of doing our job, we should get a retrial. What? You should throw out the verdict because I had other stuff. And you heard it. You heard it in the interview with Savannah Guthrie. And you even heard it when she was on the stand during her testimony during cross-examination. She sat there and said, oh, well, I don't understand why I was not there because we have that stuff. I don't know why it wasn't presented. I don't know. If it wasn't presented, then you don't have it. You don't have evidence. So quit with the nonsense, okay? As some people say, miss me with that nonsense, okay? Miss me with the nonsense. All right. Depp's lead attorney, Ben Chu, responded to the motion in a statement that courthouse news, saying what we expected, just longer, no more substantive. I mean, of course, he's like, of course, we're expecting her to grasp at straws, try to find every excuse under the sun to try to throw this verdict out. But hey, again, I will say this for the nosebleed seats one more again. You have people out here that sat in a room, listened to these two different parties throw out their arguments, give their own narratives and their own perspectives with evidence and all that stuff. Those people went into a room to deliberate. Maybe they deliberated unanimously saying, ooh, that girl was bad, or maybe someone needed some convincing to sway or change their mind by looking at the evidence. But you can see that jury did their damn job. They sat down, they went through the stuff, they went through the evidence, they took days. It wasn't like they went in there and 20 minutes later they walked out and said, she guilty, baby. They didn't do that. In fact, that's not how it happened at all. They did their job. They cared about what was going on. Sure, near the end of the trial, they were burned out. Shoot, we were all burned out. Did you see my lives? My God, I was burnt the F out. By the time they went to closing arguments, I'm like, here's the orchestral music. Okay, wrap it up, B. So of course they were tired. But during those 6 weeks, you had an opportunity to present stuff. You did not do so. You showed up with nothing. And then you start going, oh no, it was the wind. Like I've said before. Remember when I said that before? They're going to blame everything. They're going to throw everything and the kitchen sink to try to excuse their lack of doing their damn jobs properly. We already know who did the jobs properly here, babies. I mean, I feel like I don't have to say that out loud. Clearly, over 800 of y'all are in this room, in this chat room, chopping it up with me on multiple platforms because you all agree in what I just said. Elaine and Team AH are basically saying it was the wind. It was the wind. Instead of actually taking accountability for their lack of doing the job properly. That's it. All right. Let's look at some of this. Yeah, we remember all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm so excited about this being done. I mean, I would have hated to see this go back. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's keep that straight 100. All right. I would have been very unhappy if we had to go back to this thing all over again. So I'm glad that the judge, which we already saw, she proved this already, proof positive that she is this. But I'm so glad that she showed that she has intelligence. I'm so glad. And I'm glad that she said, I'm done. I'm just done, y'all. Aren't you? Yeah, I'm done too. Okay. So they said, Ben Chu, shout out to Ben Chu. Okay. Benji Ben. All right. He said, it's what we expected, just longer, no more substantive. Herta said that she's unable to pay. the $10.3 million in damages that she owes Depp. Okay, though she has previously indicated that she wants to appeal the verdict. To do so, she would need to post bond of the full damages. It is likely that this latest motion was an attempt part to circumvent those requirements and still try for a new verdict. All right. Now, we already know that if she has to show up and show out and show proof, then I don't think that would be a very good look for her. Period. Because here it is, guys. We already know about the insurance company. We already know about the insurance companies. One is right now suing her as well right now. Another one, it looks like they're going to be suing her as well, because it might be a situation where they go, hey, we want our monies back. Where's our monies? So give it back. Fork it over. We want our money back. And if that's the case, she's going to be out of a lot of money. And remember, we had Travelers Insurance, okay? The Travelers Insurance company backing her, paying for Elaine and Rottenborn and the rest of the minions, okay, during this trial. Well over $6 million that they forked over. She said on the trial, she said even then, I had to pay my legal team. That's the reason why I wasn't able to pay the ACLU and the Children's Hospital. Well, here's the thing. Where's that $7 million then that you got from if that's the case, if we find out, as they have, as Travelers insurance company has already said, we paid everything. And if that's actually true, where's the $7 million at then, girl? Where's the money at, B? Just saying. So if she still has that $7 million, which I really doubt she does now, she's trying to keep up with the Joneses and making sure she got money, nice clothes and nice properties and all that stuff. But if she has it lying around somewhere, she might as well start paying that $10.3 million and get it moving. Period. Get it over with. Fully get it over with. Because that insurance company is going to be coming after her. Both of those insurance companies, New York Marine and Travelers Insurance, is going to be going after her with the quickness. Okay. Now, we already know about the juror 15, and how that was just all how that all went down. And it looks like there was a mistake. It went to the wrong person or something like that. But that person still went in, still did their job. Whether he did or did not know, whether he was supposed to be there or not, he still filled out the paperwork. He still showed up. He still sat down, and he still did his due diligence as far as jury duty goes, right? So it is very interesting about that. Now, there's something else I wanted to pop up, and it's some of the paperwork. Just need to grab it really quick. One second. All right. Now, shout out to Chanley Shaw Painter. All right. She's a reporter for Court TV, and she posted this just a few minutes before I jumped on. Okay. Yeah, it's about an hour ago. All right. And this says right here, judge just denied all of her motions, all of them. So let's take a look at this. So this cause, here's the order. This cause, came before the court upon defendant Amber or AH post-trial motions. After review, the order is as follows. Defendant AH post-trial motions through 1 through 6 are denied for reasons stated on the record. Now, this is another one. Her 7th motion, like she had 7, it looks like the judge denied 7 different motions. Okay, so it says here, AH's post-trial motion 7 is likewise denied for the reasons outlined below. Okay, so let's see whether any jury has any interest in the case or any bias or prejudice in the relation to it, in relation to it, and that he in fact stands indifferent in the cause. The summons issued to juror 15 listed his legal name and address, and no birth date was noted. That's interesting. So his name, his legal name, his address, and no birth date was noted. Okay. The court has pulled juror 15's jury questionnaire attached as redacted, filed under seal. Juror 15 completed the jury questionnaire as himself, filling in his proper birth date. The information presented, and this is in small print, guys, so bear with me. Wait. Let me say that again. The information presented on the jury questionnaire matches the information juror 15 provided to the court. Juror 15 was vetted by the court, like I said, questioned, all that. They walked in, jury selection happened. So, okay. So juror 15 was vetted by the court on the record and met the statutory requirements for service. In other words, he was selected. He was questioned. He was selected. Okay. The parties also questioned the jury panel for a full day and informed the court that the jury panel was acceptable. Therefore, due process was granted and provided to all parties in this litigation. Voir dire was conducted in a fair and impartial manner, with the court and both parties examining the potential jurors. Like I just said a second ago, they went in, they lawyered, okay, as Elizabeth Turner just said, boom, lawyered, okay? They went in there, they were, of course, he filed out the information, he did his due diligence, they checked his stuff out. The court gave him a thumbs up. They brought him into the trial, and then the attorneys got to sit there and question them, do what they needed to do, jury selection and whatnot. And then they said, as they said, after a full day, they informed the court that the jury panel was acceptable. So why would you suddenly say, yeah, they good, and then suddenly, no, it's not good anymore? Doesn't make any sense. Just saying. Not the greatest analogy in the world, but have you ever had a steak and somebody actually, you go to a restaurant, you sit down, let's just say, maybe you're serving at that restaurant. You serve this guy a steak and he's eating it and he's going, man, it's great. It's fantastic. And then he's done with the steak. He sopped it up with a biscuit. Okay. Done. All the steak juices on that plate gone. He's just sitting there, yummy. I got steak in my tummy. And then you go up to give him the bill, and then dude goes, actually, I didn't like that steak, man. Huh? I checked to see if you liked it. You gave me the thumbs up. Then I came back, saw it all gobbled up. And now when it's time to pay for what we gave you, what I served you, you tell me you don't like it? That don't make no sense, bro. Basically the same thing right here. They went in, they saw the jury, they questioned the jury, they did whatever they needed to do for that part, and then they said, both parties said, they Gucci in my book, and they continued on for 6 weeks. 6. Okay? So, you can't tell me that that's okay. And if the judge said, yeah, that's fine, yeah, let's just retrial, then then they can retrial basically a lot of trials, a lot of cases. Okay? Yeah, I didn't like that juror's hair. It just bothered me. Even though we said it was okay, we gotta throw that back. I'm sorry, we gotta throw that back. No, it's done. What's done is done. Okay? Dear Lord, just saying. Steak. I'm telling you, I have done some serving in my life. Okay, I've been part of the food service industry. And it sucks. Okay, shout out to everybody who's still serving tables or bartending or bussing tables. Real talk, and those bar backs. All right, but I'm telling you, I have had that in my time. Somebody eats the whole meal, and then they say, "Nope, I don't want to pay for it. I didn't like that last part. That last part, that last forkful, I didn't like." BS. Go kick rocks. Moving on. Let's continue on in here. I'm sorry, it is in small print. Hold on, let me make sure you can just pull out a magnifying glass and hope for a miracle. But let's see. Blah blah blah. Now, okay, of course, we just said, court gave them a thumbs up, said we were Gucci. So then voir dire was conducted in a fair and impartial manner with the court and both parties examining the potential jurors. There is no evidence of fraud or wrongdoing. That's a very important part right here. Okay, moving on to the next paragraph here. Further, the defendant was provided the jury list 5 days prior to the commencement of trial and knew or should have known about the mistake at any time during the 7-week pendency of this trial. Ain't that interesting? So she's sitting there going, sweetheart, you had all this time, baby, to go through all this BS. You had 5 days, esquires, to do your esquiring. Okay? Team AH, don't you have a whole team to sit there and go through that stuff? Yes, you may be busy dealing with the client and doing all that stuff, but don't you have other people, paralegals and whatnot, little minions, interns and stuff to read through the fine print to make sure everything's cool? Make everything Gucci? Like I said, that's steak. Steak. Okay? Don't make no sense, guys. Does not make any sense. Moving on. And she just went, by the way, you had all this time. You had 5 days. Then you had 7 weeks. You had a 7-week trial. All that time you could have done something. Why didn't you do not a one damn thing? Why? Doesn't make sense. Let's move on. By the way, guys, if you're appreciating this commentary and appreciating this information, it looks like we're at the end of the road of this story. Hopefully we are. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Hit it. Okay, caress it ever so gently too. Lather it up with butter, okay, and honey, and rub it down with some velvet. You feel me? Okay, hit that like button. Send it past 1,000 likes for me. That would really, really mean a lot. And please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'm working hard out here in these streets. Hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you so very much. I wasn't even planning on being on today, but hey, guess what? I jumped on just for your ass. Yes, I did, because I love you. All right, so I'm going to go into these super chats here very shortly. Let me get through the rest of this paragraph right quick. Okay? And I appreciate all y'all. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for your support. Oh, and one last thing. Go check out my merch store. I still got a bunch of stuff down there. Some Amber, AH, JD stuff down there as well. And a bunch of other swag. So please go check that stuff out, please. And, rock some of that drip for me. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, let's get to the rest of this paragraph here. Now, She had every opportunity to object to or to voir dire on the issue. Parties generally must make objections at the time a ruling or order is made to put the court on notice that that an issue is meant to be preserved. Despite defendant's assertion in footnote 9 in her motion, VA code whatever, it clearly states, and I'm quoting this here too, or they're quoting it, any error in the information shown on such copy of the jury panel shall not be grounds for a mistrial or assignable as error on appeal, and the parties in the case shall be responsible for verifying the accuracy of such information. Isn't that wonderful? It just makes me like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel it all the way down to my plums. Like she just said, hey, yo, I'm going to throw this right in your face. Okay? And you're just going to have to take it. Sorry. That was your job. You fumbled the ball, not me. Okay? I was just there. I was just there watching the game, man. I'm the referee watching the game. If they won, they won. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You can't tell me that the ball was flat now. You should have talked about that before. During the game, before the game, you had plenty of opportunities, y'all. Like I said, steak. Plenty of opportunities. Plenty of opportunities. Dag nabbit. Feels good, though. Feels good. Let's continue. Okay, consequently, defendant, as well as plaintiff, had an affirmative obligation to ensure the accuracy of the information provided for the jury panel. A party cannot wait until receiving an adverse verdict to object for the first time on an issue known since the beginning of the trial. The issue has been waived. Boom. Even if, and I don't know our arguendo, I don't know what that is. Even if the objection has not been waived, objections to any alleged discrepancies in jury lists and any legal disabilities of potential jurors must be made in accordance with Virginia Code Section 8 something. That section provides in relevant part, and it says here, unless objection to such irregularity or disability is made pursuant to subsection A herein, in subsection A herein, and unless it appears that the irregularity was intentional or that the irregularity or disability be such as to probably cause injustice in a civil case, the party making the objection, then such irregularity or disability shall not be cause for summoning a new panel or juror or for setting aside a verdict or granting a new trial. So here it is. It doesn't matter. They had plenty of opportunity, again, to do something with this. That's some crazy language jump around gymnastics things, irregularity therein, all that. But at the end of the day, they had plenty of opportunity to step forward and say what they needed to say if there was any issues with said juror. There is no problems with said juror, because if there was a problem with the said juror, they would have made this known way ahead of time. But again, steak. Again, this is Elaine saying it was the wind, blaming everything except her lack of performance. This is AH too, of course, doing everything she can to not pay one red cent. She don't want to pay a dime. She don't want to pay a dime at all, y'all. So of course they're going to try to find everything they can because she's like, I'll never over my dead body fork out one penny towards JD. But it looks like it's going to have to happen regardless. And it doesn't seem like Johnny is trying to be nice and is going to waive this at all. It doesn't look like that at all. But real quick, I'm going to read this last part here in a second, but I do have a couple super chats I want to grab really, really quick because I saw a bunch of y'all in the super chats, and I really do appreciate all the support. Seriously, I really do. Thank you so very much. Very, very, very much. Charlie Miller, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. With all this lying, is Amber preparing for a job in politics, Republican or Democrat? Yeah. Thank you so much for the $5. No, I mean, I would hope not. I'll tell you that. I would really hope not. We got better things to do than see her become a politician. I mean, she is kind of dirty. You know, she's willing to do whatever it takes for the win. That sounds like a politician to me, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's funny how much my opinion and thoughts of politicians has changed over just years, over the past couple years, even covering crazy political news, and it's nuts. But I would never want to see her run for anything. She would not be a good candidate for anything, and I don't think any party would claim her, to be completely honest. Sir K Happy or Cirque Happy, maybe. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Appreciate your hard work and putting truth out to us with great outlook. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I jumped on here so fast, so I'm just cold reading the hell out of this information, but it is very, very exciting news indeed, in my personal opinion. So I appreciate the support. Okay. Cirque Happy, I think. Something like that. But thank you. Immortal Badass, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Tip for calling out the bad people at restaurants. Damn right. You know exactly what I'm talking about with these restaurants now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Or is not entirely cooked to their temperature. Sometimes they'll sit there, it's like a little redder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've dealt with. I've had my fair share. Okay. Oh my God. And let's see. Hold on. I got to pull this up because that's cool. Kayla said, "Wait, I've been here. I've been new for 2 minutes and I'm subbed." Well, I appreciate you checking out the show, being a part of this, Kayla. Welcome to the chaos. And where did I see D Jones? Yeah, I am hungry. I ain't gonna lie. I'm famished. All right, I'm so hungry. I go old English with it. Okay, I'm famished. Okay, love, I'm famished. Let's go into the next super chat. I got a couple more. Hold on. Charlie Miller, thank you so much for the $2. I really do appreciate it. AH Lawyers are partners with the Three Stooges law. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, it's weird. It's this is bad. This is bad. I got a little bit more of this filing, I guess, from the judge. But I love, in my personal opinion, with these court documents, it to me it seems like she's going, listen, I told you, like she I feel like it's the legal version of clapping back. You know what I'm saying? I done told you. It's it's just amazing. It makes you feel good, y'all. Makes you feel good. T in Tennessee, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I really appreciate it, sweetheart. Thank you so very, very much. Okay. And by the way, guys, really quick, please go follow me on TikTok. I've been doing a lot of other stories, smaller, shorter stories over there. Okay. Recently, I just did a story about this whole thing, this hashtag justice for Vaughn. I'm looking into diving into that a little bit more. And I might be doing it as a live here, but I wanted to know if you guys were down for something like that, if you're interested in hearing about that. So I put it only on my TikTok and my Instagram as well this morning, just to test the waters to see if it's something that might tickle your fancy. and it might be something that you're interested in hearing me cover and talk about. And if you don't know what Justice for Vaughn is, please go to my TikTok, The Pascal Show, one word. Follow me there. Go check it out. And then, comment in the comment section if you want me to do it, to cover it as a longer formatted show. Okay? Cindy 2018, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate your support. Again, guys, you can always hit that join button down below. Help a brother out. You can also go to my Patreon as well. Join over there. I've been putting a lot of things out over there before I put them out onto my Instagrams and onto my TikToks as well. So please go over there, check it out. I got that merch and I got that Cash App too, baby. And that's in the ticker on the bottom down below. Okay. And if you were watching the show yesterday, shout out to Steph, the Alter Nerd. She definitely broke it down for all y'all about why we have the Cash Apps and the Venmos and the PayPal stuff out here. Okay. So if you're feeling giving and generous, I guess, you can always send me a Cash App as well. Okay. Shameless plug, but hey, this is how, closed mouths don't get fed, right? Allegedly. Okay. But yes, so let's move back into this piece. This last piece, it's the final paragraph. And I'm sorry it's in such fine print, but I'm reading it to you. And I know I'm stumbling all over it. But like I said, this is the first time I'm actually reading this with you guys. Okay. But today is the 13th. So this came out fresh just today. Says defendant does not allege Juror 15's inclusion on the jury prejudiced her in any way. Sorry. So the jury was vetted, sat for the entire jury, deliberated, and reached a verdict. The only evidence before this court is that the juror and all jurors followed their oaths, the court's instructions, and orders. This court is bound by the competent decision of the jury. Again, let me say that one more time. This court is bound by the competent decision of the jury. She is saying, so the judge just said, hey, does not matter if you sitting here saying that they were trying, the juror was in there and the juror 15 went in there and jacked things up, then no, you are totally wrong in saying so. You are insulting not only the jury, you're not only insulting the judge, which is me, the one who's writing this right now, this court document, but you're also insulting the judicial system itself. So come at me again, bro. Is what she said in 3 pages. Basically saying, nice try. You had plenty of opportunities. You dropped the damn ball on this situation. You could have done better. And now you're trying to blame everything except your damn self. Look in the mirror, baby. That's basically what she's trying to say, what the judge is saying. Look in the mirror, okay? Instead of blaming everybody else, why don't you go and look in yourself in the mirror, okay? Period. Cindy, thank you so much for the $20 Cash App. Small amount, but want to show support or show appreciation. Thank you so much. Seriously, Cindy, thank you so very, very much. Okay. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. But again, she's saying that, hey, the juror 15's inclusion in the jury did not sway anything, did not change anybody's decision. The juror was vetted, like we just said earlier. He sat down. He was, he filled out questionnaire. They made sure he wasn't, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I'm sure, or, a disgruntled human being or there for some other reason, right? And then he was brought in. Then when he was brought in, the attorneys went, questioned everybody. They gave the court the thumbs up with their jury and said, yeah, they good. Oh, he nice. He smells good. And she got nice eyes. We good. Come on. And then after that, they did the whole 6 to 7 week trial. Obviously, there was that break in between for that 1 week. But other than that, it was a 6-week trial that jury spent their time and energy on. Then when they went, listened to a very concise, very well done closing argument on Team JD side and listened to the birdshot Gossip Girl closing statements that were made by Elaine. They went into a room and for days they deliberated. Even if that juror walked in there and say was a plant, right? It was an imposter. They still came out with a verdict because of AH's performance and Team AH's performance as well. Period. Had nothing to do with this wrong birth date, which they even said in here. There was no birth date on this thing, which I'll say right here. The summons issued to Juror 15 listed his legal name and address, and no birth date was noted. So they pulled his questionnaire. He completed the jury questionnaire by filling in his proper birth date. So whatever they found was a glitch, or they were trying to dig to hopefully see that maybe the judge would overlook what they possibly overlooked, in hopes that the judge would be like, oh yeah, he did look a lot younger than 70. Yeah, we're going to have to run it back. Run it back, y'all. Nope. Not at all. Not at all, y'all. So there you have it. Proof positive that Amber Heard, Team Elaine, and all of them were grasping at damn straws. Period. From the beginning all the way to this bitter. Well, actually, it's not bitter. In my mind, it's not bitter. It feels good. But to this end, okay? Maybe it's bittersweet. All right? But clearly, it looks like maybe Amber Heard, if she's going to try to do something more, she really needs to look into, maybe she needs to look into some more lawyers and get rid of the team that she has, because they're not doing it. It ain't even, you know what I mean? It ain't working for me, y'all. I've said it before, but it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. All right. So please do me a favor. I mean, and that's the thing. This is the other thing, though, too. Before we wrap this part up, the question still remains: what could happen from this point on? Could there be another trial in some sort of way? Can she file for something else? Can she finagle and finesse and jump through another loophole to get what she wants at the end of the day? I mean, it's a wrap on this trial. It is a wrap. What's done is done. The verdict is in. The judge has denied all motions for a retrial. All of them. So it's a wrap as far as this goes. But what could she do now? That's the question that still remains here. What could she do now? And I'm hoping that she just crawls in her corner, in her little cave, licks her wounds, writes her little revenge memoir book or whatever biography book that she's going to be doing, right? Scoops up her $15 million from whatever publishing house that actually gains the rights to her book, and never acts ever again. Maybe produces some stuff and behind the scenes, so on and so forth. But that's it. We don't need to see, I don't need to see any AH anymore. And that's just my personal opinion. So this to me is a wrap, son. This is a wrap. Unless, like I said, we hear something from the insurance companies, the lawsuits with the insurance companies, or if Johnny Depp decides to do something crazy, like he says, you know what, F it, I'm gonna waive the 10 million. You don't need to owe me any of that. I don't want to see any. I just don't want to see you ever again. You know, I just don't want to ever hear your name. I don't want to see your face. Just take your money. You can't even afford it, and just go away and leave me be. Let me find peace. If that's the case, then I'm hoping that is the case. You know, I'm hoping that happens for her, but we'll see. We will definitely see here. But like I said, this closes a big chapter and starts to close the book on this JDAH cluster F of a story. You know, it's like Amber just, you know, in my mind, I go, just go be a mom. Go be the best mom you can be. Seek therapy. Seek a new job because you're going to need one. You know, Army Hammer is probably hiring in the Cayman Islands. So, you know, you might be able to sell some timeshares down there. That's a possibility. Just saying. And I'm being real. Like, you know, whole world needs more bartenders. So maybe you can go and do that. You see what I'm saying? But real quick, guys, you know, do me a favor. All right. If you appreciated this, please hit that like button down below. Send it past 1K really quick. Send it past 1K in likes. Okay. And please hit that subscribe button. All right. Hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at oh, wow. That was great. That's great. I'm back. I'm out of the 70s. I'm in 71,000 subscribers. Wow. Thank you so very much. You guys are incredible. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate your support. Seriously. Now, we got to get into this next piece. Now, you know that I broke the story yesterday. We watched the surveillance video of the Uvalde, of the security cam footage from inside Robb Elementary School. And I'm telling you guys, it was heartbreaking. You saw me. I was this close to just start bawling because it's just so the imagery, the footage that we saw was just so heartbreaking. But we do now have some new information, a new update revolving in the aftermath of this surveillance footage coming out. We already saw it. These cops did nothing. They didn't do anything, y'all. They sat down at the end of two sides of the hallway, at both ends of the hallway, and did nothing. They were all suited and booted. They had plenty of opportunity to do something, to go save those children that they muted out. They muted out their voices because those kids were, I can't even say it because it makes me want to, it gets me choked up. But they had to mute out the screams. They had to mute out the screams, y'all. See that? Oh, man. So, I already did my video about that. And that pissed me off more than you even know. Okay? But there's some interesting information that just came out. We got to take a look at it. Uvalde Council accepts Arredondo's resignation from after damning surveillance video published. Now, let me say this really quick. I've said this before in that live, but I'll say it again. Yes, this is good news that Pete Arredondo is now no longer the school district chief of police. He is no longer there. He is now he has been taken down as he has stepped down as councilman of the city of Uvalde. Okay. This is a step in the right direction, but like I said, this still doesn't change anything. Okay. Yes, the man who is responsible for all this, the man who was lying through his teeth on 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 dispatch calls to what he was saying out there in the general public. All those things were fabricated lies, y'all. All of it. So he could save his own ass. All right. So now he is stepping down. And yes, it's good that he has been found, that he is finally getting reprimanded for those things that he did. But that does not change anything, y'all. It doesn't. But I will read this a little bit here real quick. It says the Uvalde City Council voted to accept the resignation of Councilman Pete Arredondo on Tuesday, today. Arredondo, who is the schools or the Uvalde school district police chief, was only recently elected to the council, but didn't attend a single meeting since taking office. And it was like brand new. I feel like he was only like weeks old into being elected as councilman, okay? Or elected into council. He's been heavily criticized for the police response on May 24th, the mass shooting. We already know about that. And we already know what happened to 19 children, 2 teachers. And it's interesting because people are still saying that like 22. I thought it was 21, but I'm hearing that 22 may have died. I don't know, but it's crazy. All right. So, of course, the council meeting came hours after the Austin American-Statesman published the I guess it's a periodical out there and like a newspaper out there. They published the damning footage from the hallway surveillance cameras recorded during the massacre. The clips show heavily armed officers standing on around, even as the killer, as the killer's shots rang out inside the building. And I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, go back to my live. It's absolutely devastating. It is mind-blowing that even happened. And then of course there is a scene where a cop is walking across the hallway to just go and get hand sanitizer as these kids are screaming in the background. And it is so nonchalant. It is so, it's so mind-blowing. I feel like there's so many other bigger SAT words I could throw out right now, but I'm speechless as to what we saw. Okay, what was bestowed upon our eyeballs yesterday. The lack of heroism, the lack of care, the cowardice was mind-blowing. But now, since it's finally came out, homeboy has finally resigned. He is finally stepping down. Great. But again, that does not change anything. That doesn't change not a damn thing. And I'll keep saying that until I'm blue in the face. Because even so, and now you got me on this thing, I'm going to look, I need to find this really quick. But there are other people that are part of this whole thing. Hold on. Like the Uvalde, I'm correct, the Uvalde mayor. The Uvalde mayor was trying to say some stuff. Hold on. Yes. So Uvalde residents react after the mayor and city council member and a city council member called journalists chicken-ish for releasing security camera footage from the actual elementary school. I'm going to show you guys this video. Like I said, it's mind-blowing to me that there are people out here that have seen this footage, have been sitting on this footage, that are a part of that town. They lead that town. They take care of the people. You know, they lead and they take care of the policies and things that make the world go round in that town. And this guy has the audacity to sit here and try to get mad at this, at us, at all of us for watching. for watching this footage because it was released early. Let me just show this to you guys. Let me show you the tweet so that you guys can believe me, because this is actually what he says apparently in this video. Oh shoot. No. There. Nope. Damn. Where did it go? Well, this is the video, but damn. Well, he's calling basically the media chicken-ish. Okay, I try to keep my show a little clean, but anyway, let's just take a listen to this. Ridiculous.
Well, 2/3 of the family or part of their families are in Washington, D.C. right now.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to have to turn on the TV and see that tonight, not even with the rest of their family. This was wrong to do it this way. The video needed to be released, but the family should have got to see it first.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
The mayor said chicken, it was chicken shit
Yeah.
to release that video the way you did it. That part of that video was not supposed to be in what they're doing on Sunday. That was not supposed to be there. They did that for ratings and they did that for money. And that's the only reason they put that out there. We're going to handle that.
Okay. Because I'm seeing your comments. Now I'm seeing why they were upset, because I was wondering why they were upset. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, what's the reason why that they were upset about this footage being leaked? Now I see it. Ziggy just said the video was leaked, and it was. The video was leaked. The family was supposed to see it this Sunday first. So at the end of this week, the families of the victims were supposed to see the footage before anyone else saw it. And I'll say this. I do agree. And I didn't know. I just thought it was leaked. Like it just came out just a little early. But I didn't know that the family was supposed to see it first. Now that I know that information, like right now, I think that sucks. Because one, if I was the father of losing a child, losing a loved one, I would want to see what went down first before the rest of the world saw it, or before I start getting tweets and text messages and DMs of people going, "Yo, bro, did you see the new footage?" I'd feel some type of way about that for sure. I definitely would. But I don't know. Going after media for that, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Because the thing is that it doesn't matter what. Yes, it would have been nice to get that footage out to the parents first and let the parents see it, because that's the respectful thing to do. But at the same time, the respectful thing as well was to protect those damn kids. And why aren't these kids with us, running around, frolicking, having fun, having sleepovers, enjoying pool parties and stuff right now, celebrating a friend's birthday and stuff? They don't get to do that. So I don't care if it got leaked. Yes, I understand the respect of the families. Yes, I absolutely get that too. But instead of them going after media and trying to talk trash at the media, talk trash about the police officers and what they didn't do. There were about 17 cops. Somebody asked yesterday during the live, how many cops are in that hallway during the initial 4 minutes later, when they actually initially first walked down or ran down the hallway? How many cops? And I couldn't even make out. I was like, I think maybe 7 to 9. It was 17. 17 cops were in that hallway, chilling, not doing anything. So instead of going, oh, it's chicken-ish for them to put that stuff out. No, it's chicken-ish that you had 17 cops that were suited and booted, weaponized like a mug, and they sat and did nothing. So to have the audacity to say something like this is absolute BS to me. Yeah, sure. It's not kosher, okay? It's very uncouth for you to do something like that. Sure. But hey, they were leaking something that has already happened. This thing already happened, y'all. They did nothing. And this mayor is going off on this mayor is going off on media instead of going off on the men and women that we're supposed to protect and serve. It's a very interesting, jacked up perspective, don't you think? I don't know. That's just what I think. But let's hear. And then, of course, one of the other councilmen were like, "Yeah, it's chickenish." Come on, man. Come on. What's more cowardice? Leaking some footage of a massacre a few days before? Yes, it might be insensitive, but cowardice? Is it chicken-ish? Because chicken-ish, when I think of it, it is cowardice. Is that cowardice? Or 17 cops in a hallway not doing anything as kids are screaming for their lives as a monster's in that room. Which one's cowardice? I'll let you guys do the math on that one. Let me play the rest of this.
He said that they did a good job. You still think they did a good job?
Adam, I'm not going to get into an argument with you on that deal. I haven't seen the video yet, but I can tell you that one of the officers you called, they got Grace in that deal. In that video, he goes back down that hall 3 times trying to get in that room. 3 different times. 3 different times.
Ask everybody if they think that.
I know what everybody thinks, and we need to let the investigation come through.
It's chicken shit. You got to get raised by sheetrock.
Y'all are attacking the media. Y'all should attack
Yeah, you're trying to attack them cops that did nothing.
You're missing the point, Adam, because you don't want to hear but what you want to hear. I have said from day one that every agency that was in that hallway has to be accountable for their actions that day. Everyone. No one will be exempt. That includes local, school, federal, state. Everyone has to explain their actions that day. Everybody has to be accountable.
Nah, bro. Okay. Yeah, you're right. They all have to be accountable. But maybe you need to reword what you said then. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Maybe you realize that, oh, damn, I shouldn't have said what I said. I said what I said, but maybe I shouldn't have said what I said. You see what I'm saying? But still, those words did come out of your mouth. And for you to sit there and say that is cowardice, that's dishonorable to leak that footage. It's dishonorable that those men and women did not protect those kids, did not try to protect those kids. He is sitting here. This mayor is sitting there going, oh, yeah, he did everything he could. He went out there and he did everything. They did all that they could. When I looked at the footage, didn't look like they even tried the door. Now, it's only one angle. That was only one angle. I hope there's other angles, and there's plenty of body cam footage out here covering that, what happened in those hallways. I'm hoping that we see more. But from what we see right now, they did nothing. They sat back. They stood back and stood by, okay, and did nothing. Anyway, and Janine, let me see that real quick. Civil suit time indeed. Civil suit time. Indeed. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Angela Connor, why haven't they all been made to resign? I have a feeling that that's coming around the corner, sweetheart. I really do feel like that's coming around the corner, baby. Whoo. The mayor might have to step down, baby. The mayor just might have to step down. I'm going to keep a buck with you guys. The mayor might have to step down after that because he shouldn't have said what he said. Now you got people even more upset because, yeah, sure, video came out early, but it's only depicting what happened to all these young people, all these beautiful souls that were taken, all of them. Okay? I mean, aside from the monster, but you know what I'm saying. Plenty of people had already seen the stills, the photos that were leaked or that were put out in the press. So families already knew what they were going to be getting. They already knew the inevitable. We knew what the inevitable was as well, even though we stood and watched in horror yesterday, tears in our eyes. But that still does not make what happened by this leak of this footage chicken-ish. It doesn't. Not in my opinion. I think the lack of service takes the cake on all levels of chicken-ish dumb. Okay? That's what I say on that. I wanted to show you guys this too, because I got this shared. Somebody shared this to me. I want to make sure. Brianne Sylvester sent this to me, and I wanted to show just a little bit of this because it's some of the families that were upset. They were outraged, okay, following the leak of this video. And like I said, I understand them being upset. But let's take a listen to this real quick.
You sit there and claim you're doing that for us? You don't even know us. You've never talked to anybody in this room. None of us. So don't sit there and say y'all are doing that crap for us. It's not for us. It's for yourself. Somebody always wants recognition off of dumb crap like this. Why are you trying to get recognition off of kids and teachers that have died?
Okay. There's that piece. Let me say this, guys. Because I understand his frustration. I do. But I'm telling you right now, when somebody's upset, especially when you have a group of people, because I'll never sit there and say, oh, it's a mob of people. No, never will say that. Not this group of people. Okay. But you have a group of people that are absolutely enraged. They're upset. They're pissed off. They're devastated. They're heartbroken. They're depressed. God only knows their hearts are in those caskets with their children that they lost and their spouses that they lost on that day. But they have to direct their anger towards somewhere. And I think that their anger, understandably that they're upset, but in my personal opinion, it is directed in the wrong direction. But they need something to be mad at. They need something to keep that fuel, to keep that fire going on in their furnace. And they're directing it right now, or at least in this moment, towards the media. I don't blame them for being upset, but I will say this. It's directed in the wrong direction. They're wasting time directing this anger towards media. They need to be directing this towards their elected officials and the men and women that were there that did not do anything. That's where their focus should be. That's just what I have to say about that. Because again, when you're angry, when you're impassioned, when you're pissed off, and you run out of things to be mad about, but then somebody slips up and it's still in that area of what you're angry about, you'll just go over there and consume your hate and your anger and your frustration and all that stuff that you have, that guilt, whatever it may be. I should have been there, so on and so forth. You take it out on that other thing, and it could be trivial, could be small, instead of actually going back to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is sitting right there in front of your face. But now you're getting, there's another shiny object that's diverting your attention. Stay focused. Because them leaking the video is not going to bring justice for your child. Doesn't change the trajectory of justice for your child. It doesn't. Doesn't hurt it. It only helps it in a way. So instead, stay the course. Focus on what's going on in your town. Focus on what's going on in our country if you're trying to make things change. And don't worry about this media stuff, this leak. It's a waste of time. Stay focused and stay vigilant. That's what I would say. to all of them. And they have every right to be angry. But they need to channel their anger towards what really matters. And it's not the media. I will say that. Okay? Oh, boy. I didn't know that the show was going to go that way. You know what? I'm going to do this one. I got one more story for y'all, okay? And Ty, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you saying correct, sir. And I see a lot of people saying, 100%, so on and so forth. It's a tough one. There's so much going on in this particular story. It's so thick with so many sad things. And it's understandable to be pissed off. Damn right. You better be pissed off. Damn right. Damn right. You should be pissed. I'm pissed for them, as you already know. Right. But, I just want everybody to focus, focus on the problem. And that's not the problem. The media will always be there. What is the media going to do? They're going to sit there and go, sorry, I hate to say it like that, but it's going to be like that. Whoops. And then, and it's, and I, like, personally, me, I didn't even know that they were supposed to see it on Sunday. It came out. I went up. We watched it together as a family. And then that night I found out that it was supposed to be out on Sunday. I even forgot until I was actually reading that little bit with you guys live. I forgot that that the family was supposed to look at that Sunday, But at the end of the day, I mean, it's one person that decided to leak the information out there. Then it just spread like wildfire. Social media is crazy like that, y'all. Social media is crazy like that. But they need to be focused. But here's a little bit of a left turn because I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, messed up, funny. All right. Now, I don't know if you know who Orlando Brown is. I shared this on Twitter, but I wanted to share this with you guys just to kind of lighten things up just a tad bit. But this is crazy. I mean, this was like a child actor. He's been in a bunch of different things. Let me show you guys this. This is just crazy. But or what I'm about to show you guys is just crazy. But anyway. Orlando Brown, he's been in a bunch of stuff. He was a child actor. He's been in a bunch of shows, everything from That's So Raven, a voice on Proud Family, Major Pain. Okay. So he's been in a bunch of stuff, but he has had a lot of issues. Okay. Long story short, he's had some serious issues with the drugs. Okay. And, I don't know about y'all, but, don't do drugs. Just so you know, don't do it. You'll thank me later, okay? Don't do drugs because you'll end up like this guy, totally ate up, okay? So recently he had found God. I'm not kidding. He found Jesus, okay? He was washed over by the blood of Jesus. Like he was happy. Seemed like he was going down a path of sobriety, righteousness, and a path with having a strong relationship with God. But then just yesterday, late last night, oh my God, he was on some show. I don't even know what this show is, to be really honest. And he's had some things to say about Bow Wow. And if you don't know who Bow Wow is, he used to be named Lil Bow Wow. But now he's Bow Wow. He's been in a bunch of shows. He's obviously was a kid rapper, all that stuff. But anyway, I digress. This is just actually crazy. I can't blow it up, unfortunately. But just hear what this man has to say. And before I play this, ain't this man a man of God now? I'm a little confused. Take a listen.
When's the last time you watched 106 in Park?
Last time it was hot.
What's the weather? What's the weather today, y'all?
When Little Bow Wow was on there.
You got a problem with Little Bow Wow?
I ain't got a problem with Little Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
Huh? Pardon the language, guys, but what? I know some of y'all probably eating lunch like, what? Yeah, he said what? What did he say about who? Huh? He said what? Yeah, he did. And I don't know. Last I checked, he found God. Last I checked, he found God. Okay? And now he's talking about Bow Wow having some bomb ass ill na. Oh, I said ill na. But yes, ain't he a man of God now? Ain't he a man of the, you know what I'm saying, of faith? Ain't he walking in faith now? Or is he back on the pipe? And I don't, man, that's a double meaning in itself as well. But I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like, you know, ain't he back on the crack pipe? Is he back on the pipe? You know, the Chris Rock, you know, the New Jack City? That whole thing? Is he back on that now? Because last I checked, he was clean, sober, and happy as hell. Living lavishly in the world of scripture. And now he's saying, what again?
Last time it was hot.
What's the last time you watched 106 in Park?
Last time it was hot.
What's the weather? What's the weather today, y'all?
When little Bow Wow was on there.
You got a problem with little Bow Wow?
I ain't got a problem with little Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
What? Now, I also want to remind you guys, I don't know if you guys followed this at all or anything of that sort, but there was a moment, there was something that was, Janine, I was just about to say that too, on the down low, on the DL. But there was something else that happened too, about, I think it was like 2 years ago, where he was trying to claim that, I think it was Will Smith. He tried to claim that Will Smith took advantage of him. And he was like I'm about to put a hit out on you and all that stuff. He like named a whole bunch of people, but including one of the main names that was on that list was Will Smith. So, and everyone's sitting there going, oh, he's probably full of ish. He's probably losing his mind. It's probably the crack or whatever, the meth, whatever he's taking. Clearly something going on in his mind. And in my mind, I'm thinking, is this, let me pull that back up. Is this sober? Is this him all day, every day sober? Or, because, you know, like, have you seen, like, for example, have you seen Ozzy Osbourne in an interview? I'm being dead ass. Have you seen Ozzy Osbourne in an interview? He is ate the F up. It's great. He's like that the entire time. You don't even understand what he's saying because he's so ate up. And I know he's got medical issues and stuff, but before all that stuff was diagnosed, he was ate the F up. So, and then have you ever seen an interview with Lil Wayne? Seriously. He ate up. Okay. Plenty of other acts and artists out there that have done a lifetime of drugs. And then when you interview them, they could be sober as a judge. Hadn't touched nothing in years. And then they just, what did you just say? Like they still high. Like that they've been high their entire life for the rest of their lives. Okay? So I keep thinking, is this just him in his sober mind? Or are his meds off? Because I know he's battling some maybe bipolar or something. Bipolar disorder, something is up. I know that. So I keep thinking maybe it has to do with his medication. Or he straight up smashed Lil Bow Wow. Or Bow Wow, my bad. Doggy, oh my God. Doggy, stop. I can't. But you know what I'm saying? He said Bow Wow has some bomb ass stussy. He really just said that. Now I'm asking the fam, every last one of y'all that are still here. Is he high? Or is this his natural state of mind? I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. But clearly, something's up. Or here it is. Or it really did happen. And he's still speaking out of turn. He's speaking out of turn big time. Look at the host. Look at the guy who's interviewing him. He just is like what? What did you just say? It's not like something it's known, you know? It's not like, he's sitting down with some main star and he's talking about smashing somebody he used to smash that everybody knows. He just randomly says it all willy-nilly like it's nothing. So in my mind, I'm going, is this natural? Did he really, you know what I'm saying? Did he bump uglies for real with Bow Wow? Or no? There's three choices. Is he high right now? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Is he high right now? Did he really do this with Bow Wow? Or is he just off? I guess those are the three. It's just crazy. That's just so crazy. I'm sorry. Why would you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Unless he meant somebody else. But there's only one Bow Wow that I know personally. That's crazy, y'all. Yeah, Judy says back on crack. Yeah, he might be. Ty said the host got action after the interview. No, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Don't kill me. Don't do me like that, man. Let's see. Kayla says, watch Soft White Underbelly. That's literally how they sound. Just saying stuff. Yeah, no, I've seen some episodes where they're talking to pimps and sex workers. Because I guess you can't say prostitutes anymore. But yeah, allegedly, I don't know what the right thing to say is anymore. Last time I said prostitutes, I got in trouble for saying prostitutes. So sex workers and ex porn stars and ex crackheads and all, like, just recovering addicts and whatnot. So yeah, I've seen them. I've seen it. It is some crazy. The stories that come out of some of these people's mouths is you can't even write that stuff. And yeah, the things that they say is just nuts. Okay, absolutely nuts. Live and Learn said first he went bow, then he went wow. I'm done. Live and Learn. I'm done. I know you didn't say it, you didn't write it thinking how I read it, but at the same time, dad joke of the day right there. Dad joke of the day. Thank you, Live and Learn. I appreciate you. All the way from Canada. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But anyway, that is just really nuts. I had to lighten up the mood because obviously the Uvalde stuff was a little heavy. And I like to leave you guys, lately I've been just doing one subject and I'm like, peace, deuces, and I leave. But, since we've been doing these different stories in one show type of thing, of course I would like to leave on a little bit of a higher note, like as high as Orlando Brown is in this interview, because he clearly high as hell. But yeah, he I don't know why he said what he said, but okay. I'm sure, or I hope he clarifies things. He's like, man, I'm sorry, man. I was high, or I was having an episode, or I was off my meds that day. Whatever it may be. That's what I'm hoping we hear very, very soon. If not, I hope he just clarifies it. Yes, that is very true. Me and Bow Wow, we bumped uglies. Yes, he does have some bomb ass tussy. Past the crack pipe. Maybe that's going to be the case. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. I needed that today, though. Woo! You know what? And Sabrina, you ain't right. You ain't wrong. I'm sorry. Allah knows best. Yes, whatever God you believe in, God, Allah, the particles in the world, spirits, demons, vampires, and unicorns. Yes, they only know. They only know the truth that happened in a closed room between these two mans. Okay, I'm done. Yes, between them two mans. Okay, but anyway. I digress. You know, it could be a skit. You're right. And yes, the host name is Funny Marco. He does a lot of skits, interviews like this. Yes, but I mean, okay. So there's a girl. I'm forgetting her name. Dag nabbit. It's on Showtime. What's her name? Shoot. What's her name? Her name. Z-Way. Okay, so there's a girl called her show's called Z-Way. I'm probably saying her name completely wrong, but I'm just gonna say her name, Z-Way. She has a show called Z-Way on Showtime, and it's very much like an interview, but it's almost like she is actually having interviews with these people, but it's like a skit within an interview. It's very interesting. It's some of them are really great. Some of them aren't as great, but there are some that are just amazing. There's one that she did with Cheta Hanks. Okay. Bomba clot. Chetana. Okay. Boyaka. He did, man, you just need to see the interview itself to just believe that it actually even happened. But it's so unbelievably hilarious. But she did these interviews. She does these interviews. So I keep thinking that maybe it's almost in the same vein as that, right? She has these interviews. They're a little bit quirky. They're a little bit funny. You know, a lot of it is, yes, she is asking some serious questions, but then a lot of random things get thrown in the middle during the interview that kind of give off a vibe of like it is an interview within a skit. Or a skit within an interview. It's very interesting. So I keep thinking that maybe that's what this is, that maybe he's just saying crazy stuff because he knows what kind of show he's on. But I feel like somebody would have clarified that with the quickness by now. And I haven't heard anything as of yet. So if that's really true, but then it's like, why would he call out Bow Wow? Unless Bow Wow was in the room and then he was able to come into the interview and go, hey, man, what you said is wrong, bro. Something like that. Like I'm expecting him to, kind of show up and be like, hey, man, the hell? To push the interview or to push the comedy, right? If it was an ongoing joke, right? Not just pull any name, because then everybody's going to sit there and believe that they smashed. He could have said anybody. He could have said any woman, any man. He could have said anything. And some people would be out here and go, wait a second. Is that true or not, Orlando? Because you've been saying crazy stuff. You've been told us that Will Smith has already been all up inside you. So what is true? Or is this the crack that be talking? So just saying that out loud. Okay. Cheta Hanks. Bomba clock. Booyaka. You guys don't know about the Chet Hanks man, I'm about to do you guys a favor just to make you guys smile just a little bit. Okay? I'm just doing this because I love you. Okay? One last thing before I go. You need to see the Chet Hanks. Chet the Hanks. Oh my God. Yeah. And I played it for I played this for a couple friends, some female friends, and some female friends were like, "Ooh, Ooh, he can get it. I was like, what? What? Okay. What? All right. Okay. Okay. Stupid, but okay. You ready for this? Shatta Hanks doing his Jamaican accent, his patois. Oh, my damn. Get ready for it. Hold on 1 second. I had something else queued up. This is unfreaking believable. I'm telling you, I played it maybe once or twice a year because it's just hilarious. Get ready for this.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chatana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? Straight. This is Father Tom Hanks presenting in a what soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
Okay. Big ups. Chatana. There's more.
Yo, big up the youth them way out of Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up. Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. The soul forward a yard. Booyaka, booyaka. Urgh.
It ain't bad. But I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel a little bit like there's a part of me that makes me feel like he's making a parody. I don't know. It's Tom Hanks' son, and Tom Hanks is a damn good actor. I mean, he got a little bit of juice in him. He got a little bit of that acting chops in him, but still, why Jamaican though? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? It ain't bad. I'm seeing y'all sitting here saying that it's like, it ain't bad. No, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. In fact, I played it for some of my friends. It's like, oh, he can get it. I'm like, what? Okay, because he said booyaka booyaka, and he can get it now. Come on, sweetheart. No. But some of y'all like that ish. I don't know. Lilith, you dirty dog. She said, I want his Slurpee. That's just wrong. Booyaka. Okay. Lilith said, oh no, he cannot get it. Okay. Oh, he does really love the culture. Okay. He really does. All right. And I'm not knocking him appreciating the culture. All I'm saying is I just thought it's a little much. Like, I'm wondering if he can do a black scent, and what he's going to do, eat watermelon and say how much he loves fried chicken. That's just what it felt like to me. It feels like a parody. It just feels like a parody. I'm sorry. I said it. Okay. I said it just personally, but at the same time, it's still spot on. And there are other people out here that are kind of either on my side that feel like it just makes me feel weird. Like, I think it's hilarious. To me, it's hilarious. That's why I play it, because it's hilarious, right? But there's some other people that are like, yo, that's dope. He killed it. Yes. So I don't know. And it's interesting because I said it about that interview with Z-Way. He's on this interview, and he literally, she talks about how he constantly, people say that he's a culture vulture, right? That he's constantly, that there's a lot of cultural appropriation coming out of his face, coming out of his mouth. And a lot of people feel some type of way about it. So he addresses that in that interview. But that's what I mean by it's done in such a comical way that they are still having an interview, but then, she's asking him questions and all that, but then he just randomly starts trying to imitate Denzel Washington and stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's very, very interesting. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But it is hilarious because to me, it just doesn't make any sense coming out of this man's mouth. like not never. But that's me. That's just me, though. Okay, that's just me. All right. But anyway, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that and made you laugh a tad bit, and that is the show, guys. That is the show. Booyaka. My God. Ah, man. Okay. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. A lot of information that came out during this show. So I appreciate you guys for watching this and all that. I got to get going. But hey, if you can do me a solid, hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up. If you don't mind, that would really mean a lot to me. Okay. Awesome that we got past 1K. But go ahead and keep showing the love. Keep hitting that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, y'all. Okay? If you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button. All right? We are marching our way towards 100,000 subscribers. And it'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Okay? So hit that subscribe button. And if you feel like supporting this channel, please hit that join button down below. Or, join in my Patreon. All right? Or check out my CashApp. All right? And my merch page. All of that is in the description box down below. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all. Big ups. Chetana. Appreciate all y'all. You guys are amazing. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Do something positive with your day today, guys. All right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys in the next show. This is the Pascal Show. Bye. Chitina. Booyaka.